Silence those accusers right now. I am stepping into the center of the room where human judges gathered to write off your destiny. I am tearing up the paper verdicts they passed down behind your back, and I am shutting the mouths of every self-righteous critic who thought they had the authority to stamp an expiration date on your life. Look at me, my child. Stop looking back at the people who pointed fingers at your old mistakes. Stop replaying their bitter words in your mind when you try to sleep at night. I intercepted your thoughts in this precise second, and I commanded this video to cross your screen, not through an algorithm, but because I personally ordered an emergency court session in heaven to overturn the human slander that has been holding your mind hostage. They gathered in small circles. They talked about where you used to be. They brought up the stumbles you made when you were young, wounded, or trying to survive in seasons that nearly broke you. They used your past like a weapon to lock you out of new opportunities. They whispered to others, look at what they did, look at where they came from, they will never amount to anything. They thought that because you were silent, you were defeated. They thought that because you didn't fight back or launch a public defense, you accepted their verdict. What they didn't realize is that while they were busy keeping a record of your past mistakes, I was busy writing the blueprint of your future glory. While they were disqualifying you from their small human tables, I was handcrafting a royal banqueting table specifically for you, and I am placing it right in front of their eyes. Man looks at the outward appearance, man looks at yesterday's stumbles, but I look directly at the heart. And inside your heart, I saw a willingness to change, a deep hunger for truth, and a soul that I personally redeemed with my blood. If you feel the holy fire of my vindication burning away your past shame right now, step out from under human judgment. Subscribe to this sacred sanctuary right now as a binding pledge of alignment, entering a brand new covenant where you stop asking people for permission and start walking under my direct, unshakable authorization. Let me remind you of how my kingdom works, my beloved child. I have never called the qualified, I qualify the called. Look at the history of those I chose to lift high before you. I didn't go to the palaces to find perfect people with clean records and public approval. I went to the back fields, the dusty corners, the places of isolation, and the lives that society wrote off as useless. I took broken pieces and turned them into masterworks of my power. The people who judged you made a catastrophic mistake. They measured your future capacity using the yardstick of your old scars. They didn't account for my grace. They didn't calculate what happens when my Holy Spirit breathes into a life that was once written off. You spent years feeling inadequate because of what they said. You hesitated to step into new businesses, new relationships, new leadership roles, and new spiritual heights because a quiet voice inside you kept repeating their cruel words, "Who do you think you are? Have you forgotten what you did?" I am silencing that lying voice forever today. Your past was a training ground, not a life sentence. Every mistake you made taught you wisdom that you could never have learned in a textbook. Every heartbreak you survived gave you empathy for the hurting. Every pit you climbed out of gave you spiritual muscle that your accusers don't possess. I took the very chapters of your life that you were most ashamed of, and I turned them into the foundation of your authority. The very area where the enemy tried to break you is the exact area where I am deploying you to set millions of others free. The number 808 represents infinite divine authority, the breaking of human limitations, and total public vindication. Type 808 in the comments below right now. As your fingers enter those numbers, declare boldly to the spiritual realm, my past is washed away, my future is authorized, and my table is prepared by God Himself. Write this prophetic decree across the table of your heart right now. Within the next 7 days, a visible demonstration of my favor will begin to unfold in your life. I am preparing a banquet of honor, abundance, and authority right in the sight of those who counted you out. You will not have to push your way into the room. You will not have to compromise your integrity or beg critics for a seat. I personally hold the keys to every door in the universe, and when I open a door for you, no human hostility, no corporate bias, and no old rumor can ever shut it. In the next 7 days, you will receive an unexpected call, an approval, an elevation, or a financial breakthrough that defies human logic. Position, authority, and resources will be handed to you in spaces where people once claimed you didn't belong. And when I lift you up, the very people who slandered your name will be forced to watch my blessing rest upon your head. They will see the peace in your eyes, the wisdom on your lips, and the undeniable abundance in your hands. They will realize that their opposition didn't stop you, it only accelerated your promotion. Do not use your elevation to rub salt in their wounds. Do not seek revenge or gloat over their silence. Smile at them with the calm, gentle dignity of someone who knows who holds their life. Your victory will be your loudest testimony. As my words of vindication echo in your soul, a specific name or face just flashed across your mind, someone who is currently drowning in shame, someone who feels written off by family, friends, or institutions. Do not hold this rescue line in secret. Send this video to them immediately. Be the voice that pulls them out of the shadow of condemnation today. Let go of the tension in your spirit now, my child. Let me wash away the residue of every cruel word ever spoken against your dignity. I know how exhausting it was to walk into rooms feeling like people were whispering about you. I know the humiliation of being judged by people who didn't even bother to learn your story. I saw you crying in secret, asking me why people you loved and helped turned around and used your deepest secrets to tear you down. I was there. I felt every arrow that pierced your heart. And I am healing those deep wounds today. I am stripping off the filthy rags of shame that human hands tried to wrap around your shoulders. I am putting a robe of righteousness on your back, a ring of royal authority on your finger, and shoes of peace on your feet. You do not carry the stain of yesterday anymore. In my eyes, you are clean, whole, holy, and completely restored. Stop apologizing for existing. Stop walking with your head down like a slave waiting for punishment. You are a royal heir to the throne of heaven. The King of Kings has wiped your record clean, and what God has cleansed, no man has the right to call common or unclean. Lift up your eyes and look at the vast, glorious future I have built before your feet. The season of hiding in the shadows is officially over. You are stepping into an era of bold authority, effortless overflow, and unshakable peace. The very people who dismissed you will soon come to seek your wisdom, because they will see that the hand of the living God is resting upon your life. Walk into this week with your head held high. Step into every room with the quiet confidence of someone whose case was won in the highest court in existence. Your past is dead, your present is protected, and your future is crowned with my glory. Sit down at the table I have prepared for you. Eat the bread of peace, drink the wine of joy, and celebrate, because your Father has vindicated you forever.